My dear students, today I am discussing an important topic, that is biogeochemical cycles. Now, there are a lot of biogeochemical cycles. As we know that bio mean life, geo mean earth, and chemical you all know that we have to first discuss an carbon cycle. First of all, we all know that for sustaining life in the biosphere, there are number of nutrients that are required. The nutrients, these are called fundamental blocks of life. These are carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur, and calcium. I repeat, these are carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur, and calcium. Each element plays a special role in the organisms. These nutrients must be recycled so that once used, they are made available again to the living organisms. During cycling, interchange of nutrients occur among the biotic and abiotic components. So the passing of nutrients between environment and organism is referred to as biogeochemical cycles. Student, the other name of biogeochemical cycle is nutrient cycle, because nutrient is normally required as a source. For example, nitrogen is basically required for the formation of proteins in our body, and it is available in abundant, but you all know that it has a triple bond. So it is not directly involved in our biological systems. So but they are called to be a reservoir or a pool. The first, let us discuss the carbon cycle. We all know that carbon is one of the most important constituents of all organic compounds, and it is the building block of life. Carbon is an essential constituent of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and nucleic acids. These are all present in our body. I repeat, carbon is an essential constituent of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and nucleic acids. The carbon cycle involves the circulation of carbon dioxide from the three sources. Just we can say the carbon is present in the form of carbon dioxide in atmosphere, in oceans, in the dissolved forms, in the form of land ores containing carbonates, petroleum, coal, etc. Thus, carbon is one of the most important constituents of an organic compounds. It is the building block of life, and the main reservoir of carbon are atmosphere, in which carbon is present as carbon dioxide, oceans, in which carbon is present as carbon dioxide dissolved in water. In addition, it is present as calcium carbonate in various sea shells and in rocks at the bottom of sea. Land, which is present in the form of small ores like dolomite and other carbonate. So my dear students, the carbon dioxide cycle involves the following process as shown in the picture. The carbon dioxide from the atmosphere enters the plant through photosynthesis, where carbohydrates are produced. Secondly, from green plants, the carbon is in the form of carbohydrates enter the animal and human bodies. Thirdly, the remains of dead animals and plants on purification and bacterial decomposition release carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. Fourthly, the atmospheric carbon dioxide get dissolved in ocean by simple diffusion process. Marine algae and photosynthetic bacteria obtained carbon dioxide from water. Some of the dissolved carbon dioxide is also trapped to form limestone, calcium carbonate, and other carbonate containing rocks. Carbon dioxide returned to the atmosphere by respiration, combustion of fossil fuels like coal, wood, petroleum, diesel, natural gas, gasoline, etc. And moreover, my dear students, weathering of carbonate containing rocks, particular by flow of water, releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and carbon dioxide is also released into the atmosphere by volcanic eruptions. So the picture which show the various sources of carbon dioxide and sink of carbon dioxide, and thus maintaining the biogeochemical cycle of carbon. So this is all about biogeochemical or nutrient cycle of carbon. Thanks.